Hi, welcome along. This is App of the Month for August 2015. My name's Em Gillespie, and this month I'm going to show you a website actually, but is also an app called Feedly. So Feedly allows you to bring all of the news, all of the journals, all of the research funding that you might be looking for into one page. So it's really incredibly handy and will save you a lot of time. So I'm going to give you a quick demo of how to set up your own Feedly. And you can either do this along with me or have a look and see if it's worth it. But honestly, it really is. So have a go. So if I go to feedly.com, I can click login, and I'm going to log in with Google, but you can also log in with Facebook, Twitter, Evernote, Windows, etc. Gives you lots of different options. But I've got a Google account, so I'm going to continue with my Google, and it automatically will log me in because I'm already logged into Google on my Chrome browser. So this is my homepage. And there's only 4 articles on my homepage at the moment because I've been on Feedly already today, and so seen most of the news that's come through to me. So each of these is from a different news feed. So Salford Staff Channel, the EdTechie blog, BBC News and Technology, and BBC Sport Rugby. So let me show you how to navigate. So this is all of my news, but I can also look at a particular, these are called collections, and this is what I name and organise. So this is all digital inputs. So for example, the Research in Learning Technology is a journal, and this shows me all of the latest journal articles published via that journal. As you can see, these are grey because I've already said that I've looked at them, that I've marked them as red. So you can see what you have seen and what you haven't seen already. So let me show you an example of how to find this content and add it yourself. So say you're a social scientist and you want to find out about funding from the ESRC. So I've gone to the ESRC website, and what you're looking for on any website is a little orange symbol like this, or anything that says RSS. So if I click on that, that shows you which RSS feeds, which news feeds you can subscribe to via Feedly or via any other RSS reader. So I'm interested in funding opportunities, so I click that. Don't worry about what the page actually looks like. All you're interested in is this URL. So right click and copy. Go back to my Feedly and click add content, and right click and paste. So this shows me the same information but in a nicer format, and so I want to add it to my Feedly. I press plus Feedly, and it's suggested that it doesn't fit in with any of my current collections, so it's suggested create a new collection and call it funding, which I'm happy with, so I'm going to click add. Okay, so that's not the only way of adding content. So you can go to the individual websites, or you can just click the add content button. So say for instance I'm interested in the National Institute Health Search, NIHR, so I can search on Feedly for NIHR, and it's come up with 2 possible feeds. If I click on an NIHR journal, this shows the feed so that I can see whether it's interesting or not. So this is like a table of contents for a journal. So yes, I want to add it to my Feedly. It's suggested creating another category called journals, but actually I'm going to change that to health. So I'll just type in the box and click add. Okay, so that's examples of websites or journals that you might want to subscribe to. But you can also subscribe to blogs or to any other websites. So, for example, Gas and Air is a midwifery blog, and for blogs in particular, you don't usually need to find the RSS feed. You can actually just copy the URL of the main blog and go into add content and paste, and that will bring in the blog. So these are all the articles published on that blog. I want to add that to my Feedly, and I'm going to put it in health because that's the way that I want to organise it. So you have complete flexibility in where you want to put things, how many collections you have, which order in which you want to see those. So I'll show you quickly how to change the order in here. So you can click organise. So this contains all of my categories. You can see I've got personal stuff mixed in with work, so I've got film and music and sport. Each of these individual titles is a different feed coming from a different website. So there's lots and lots of information being drawn into one place here, which makes it a lot easier to keep abreast of everything rather than having to go to lots of different websites. You can move things around just by dragging and dropping, and you can see that changes the order there. So it depends on which order you want to see things, which is most important for you. You can also, if I go all, you can also change the way this is presented to you. So at the moment I've got it on cards, but you can also have a magazine view, or you can just have titles. Or there's also full articles. You can have things grouped by the feed, so you can see here which comes from which areas. So I quite like the cards, so that's the way that I would present it. So when you go to all, this shows all of the individual news feeds brought together. So as I say, really, really useful for both your personal life and your work life, and brilliant to get your students used to keeping abreast of the best sources for their studies. So for example, you could use it as an initial activity with new students, where you can give them almost a reading list of websites or journals that they should be keeping abreast of in their studies, and get them to all create their own personalised news feeds. So that's what it looks like on the web. I'll show you very quickly what it looks like on my phone, because to be honest, that's where I mostly look at it. So you can see here, if I put that in the right place. So this is my phone, and I've gone into the digital section, and I can scroll up, and these are all the individual articles, etc. So really useful for just flipping through on the train, or when you've got 5 minutes to see what the headlines are. So once you've had a look at the headlines and you've seen some things that you're interested in, so for example, I'll go back into the Gas and Air blog. Let's have a look at this article here. So I've looked at that article and I've gone, I really, really want to read that, but I haven't got time to do it now. So you could read through the article now, but what I want to do is just bookmark it, and all of those bookmarks I'll then put in my saved for later section. So then when I've got a little bit more time, I can go back in and read the article fully. So within the articles themselves, you can also add content to Evernote if you use Evernote. You can tag things, you can share via email, via Twitter, Facebook, LinkedIn, Pinterest. You can pocket it, you can do a lot of things with each article, depending on how you like to organise yourself. So that was a very quick overview of Feedly. I hope you found that useful, and I hope it's encouraged you to go out there and create your own personalised news feeds. Honestly, it will save you a lot of time, so do go and have a go. So that was app or website of the month for August 2015. If you've got any ideas about what you want us to cover next month, or if you are keen and you want to create an app of the month video or blog article yourself, then do just get in touch with us, and we'd like to keep sharing this information as much as possible to make our lives a little bit easier. So enjoy the rest of the summer, and I'll see you next month. Bye!